Elon Musk never does anything normal. Beyond his rockets and cars, his latest creation, a stunning $12 billion mansion built into a cliff overlooking the ocean, redefines luxury. Today, we'll tour this extraordinary masterpiece. The first thing you notice from a distance is that the mansion looks almost alive, like it has grown out of the rock it sits on. The entire structure is sculpted into the cliff, with curved glass walls that blur the line between house and horizon. During the day, sunlight pours through every surface, bouncing off polished metal and recycled stone. At night, the house glows softly, powered entirely by solar energy stored in Tesla Powerwalls hidden within its walls. It is part fortress, part spaceship, part art installation, and somehow, all of it feels completely natural. The ocean crashes far below. The air hums with quiet technology, and the whole thing feels like a glimpse of what life might look like a century from now. But this is small compared to the inside. Once you get in, the first thing that hits you is the silence. The clean, controlled quiet that only comes from advanced sound engineering. Every step triggers sensors that adjust temperature, lighting, and even the transparency of the glass walls. It is like the house is constantly aware of you, quietly adapting to make sure you are comfortable. Musk's obsession with sustainable energy is everywhere. The mansion runs completely off-grid, powered by solar panels disguised as roof tiles, and an underground battery system that could power a small town. Even the windows are made of smart glass that adjusts to sunlight, dimming or brightening without anyone having to touch a switch. The main entrance opens into a huge atrium that looks more like the inside of a modern museum than a private home. Natural light floods in from every angle, and the air feels so clean it is almost unreal. That is because the entire ventilation system is adapted from SpaceX's environmental technology. The air here is filtered through multiple layers of purification, the same kind astronauts rely on inside rockets. Scattered around the atrium are living sculptures, plants that are not just decorative but bioengineered to purify air and absorb carbon dioxide more efficiently. Some of them are said to come from Neuralink research labs, part of Musk's ongoing experiments in sustainable living. Moving on. The main living area is where technology and design blend perfectly. The floors are made from polished composites built from recycled Tesla materials. Though they shine like glass, they're actually stronger than steel. The furniture is simple and elegant, designed with ergonomic precision, and built from sustainable materials. There are no visible screens anywhere, just smooth walls and subtle lighting. But wave your hand, and holographic displays appear out of thin air. So all your movies, meetings, games, everything all floats in the space around you, projected in full three-dimensional clarity. It is like stepping into the future without ever leaving your living room. The kitchen continues that same theme of precision and intelligence. Every appliance is connected to Musk's custom AI system, which learns cooking habits and adjusts automatically. The stove can replicate temperatures from SpaceX rocket engines for precise searing, while the robotic arm above the counter can grab fresh herbs from a hydroponic garden growing right beside it. The refrigerator uses Tesla battery technology to keep food at exact humidity levels, and the coffee machine actually syncs with Musk's sleep tracker to know when to brew his first cup. It is futuristic, but it does not feel cold or mechanical. Somehow, it all feels human, like the technology is there to quietly assist, not take over. In this mansion, Elon also owns a vertical farm. In this part of the mansion, rows of plants stretch upward under glowing LED lights, their roots suspended in mid-air as fine mist sprays them with nutrients. It is called aeroponics, a soil-free farming technique that grows plants faster and cleaner than traditional methods. The system also produces algae and lab-grown proteins, turning the entire setup into a self-sustaining food source. Musk has described it as a prototype for how humans could grow food on Mars. It is not just decoration, it is research, and it is alive. The next area is Musk's version of an entertainment space, but calling it that almost feels too small. This is more like a private museum of his life's work. The walls are lined with models of rockets, cars, and even pieces of old prototypes from SpaceX and Tesla. There is a display case with the original Tesla Roadster that once orbited the sun, and one wall holds every major patent he has ever filed. Above, a domed ceiling turns into a digital planetarium at night, showing a perfectly accurate map of the stars in real time. It is beautiful, but it is also deeply personal, a space that shows where he has been and hints at where he is going next. The bedrooms take things in a completely different direction. The design here is calm and minimal, built entirely around comfort and recovery. The The master bedroom has what Musk calls a zero-gravity bed, built using SpaceX biomedical research. It adjusts pressure points to mimic the feeling of floating, giving perfect spinal alignment while you sleep. The temperature, lighting, and even sound all change automatically throughout the night to match circadian rhythms. There is no clutter, no excess, just an environment designed to recharge the mind and body. It is the kind of place you could wake up in and forget you are still on Earth. Connected to the master suite is Musk's private workspace. It is the opposite of a traditional office. No desk, no laptop, no paper. Instead, holographic screens float in the air, projecting live updates from Tesla, SpaceX, Neuralink, and The Boring Company. Every system is voice and gesture controlled, and the AI assistant can instantly pull up data, schedule meetings, or translate live conversations. It feels like mission control and meditation space rolled into one. The walls are covered in whiteboards filled with equations and sketches, and every corner hums with the quiet energy of constant creation. Security here is on another level entirely. There are no visible guards or cameras, but every inch of the mansion is monitored by AI. Biometric scanners recognize everyone who steps inside, analyzing not just faces but micro-expressions to confirm identity. Drones patrol the cliffside at night, powered by solar charging pads built into the stone. All communication and access systems use quantum encryption, the kind of technology that even the best hackers cannot crack. It is a fortress, one that feels invisible. You would never know it is there until you try to break in. Outside, the mansion turns from futuristic to absolutely surreal. Terraces spill down the cliffside in layers, each with its own infinity pool that appears to merge with the ocean below. The pools use a closed-loop system developed from SpaceX water recycling research, which means almost zero waste. At sunset, LED tiles under the water shift colors in sync with music playing across hidden speakers. The effect is hypnotic, like the whole cliff is breathing light. This is where Musk hosts his private gatherings. Imagine standing there with a drink while robotic bartenders mix cocktails and drones deliver appetizers from above. It is not a party, it is a glimpse of the world he is trying to build. Down near the base of the mansion, there is something that looks straight out of a video game. A docking area for Musk's collection of electric vehicles, Cybertrucks, Roadsters, Semis, all stored in a massive automated garage. Each vehicle has its own maintenance bay where AI systems clean, charge, and run diagnostics while the cars are idle. There is even a helipad shaped like the SpaceX logo, reserved for his personal aircraft and visiting guests who prefer to arrive by air. It is luxury, sure, but it is also efficiency. Every movement, every detail, perfectly optimized. Inside, art plays a huge role in balancing all that technology. Instead of traditional paintings, the mansion is filled with kinetic sculptures that move in response to light, sound, or temperature. One hallway features pieces that twist and shift when someone walks by, creating patterns of metal and shadow. Another wall displays digital art that refreshes daily through blockchain ownership, a nod to Musk's interest in the metaverse. The entire home feels alive, constantly changing, like a living organism that evolves with the people inside it. In this house, Musk's AI assistants manage everything, but they are more than just digital butlers. They are adaptive companions that can sense stress, adjust environments, and even start conversations when they detect long periods of silence. Built on Neuralink's emotional recognition systems, they read vocal tones and rhythms to understand moods. It is unsettling at first, like living with ghosts that care about your mental health, but it perfectly fits Musk's world. Half science, half philosophy. When you put all these pieces together, you realize this mansion is not just an expensive house, it is a physical version of Musk's brain. Every room, every system, every design choice reflects something about the way he thinks. It is practical, but visionary. Simple, but insanely advanced. It does not just say, "I am rich." It says, "This is what the future could look like if we keep pushing." And that is what makes this home so fascinating. It is not about gold or marble or status. It is about possibility. Each corner is a reminder that we are living in a time where one man's imagination can reshape how we think about the very idea of home. This cliffside mansion might stand on Earth, but everything about it points to the stars. Because when Elon Musk builds something, it is never just for today. It is for whatever comes next. And in this house, balanced between sea and sky, He has built more than a mansion. He has built a preview of the life humanity might one day live, far beyond the edge of the world. That's it for today's video. Thank you for watching till the end. What do you think of Elon Musk's mansion? Tell us in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. And we'll see you in our next video.